Today we will be looking at a BMW 318. It's a touring, of course. What's unique about this one is that not only it is an automatic, which we normally don't import, but the car has factory air conditioning that actually works. So we purchased this car probably over a year ago, and our guy in Europe took the car in, and the car really didn't have any extensive rust, or it was not really a project car per se, but it did have areas where the paint just didn't look nice, and there was some surface rust on the bottom of the doors and things of that nature. So we had this car undergo partial restoration that was done in Europe, and I'll show you the paint on the walk around video because it's absolutely amazing. If we had a guy here that could do paint work like this, I'll be a happy man, because the paint work looks absolutely factory quality, and it's almost impossible to find a flaw. So once he did that, he also went under and kind of made everything look nice and fresh. And you can see that this has been rust protected, and it has been coated, and it looks really, really nice. It is hard to say, although I don't really see any even surface rust on some of these components. Obviously, some of them have been sprayed, but the car looks really nice, and I'll go to the floorboards next. I don't think this car had any major work done in terms of replaced rocker panels or floorboards. At least we didn't do any of that. If you look at the rear diff, you can see some very old buildup, but it's pretty dry. There is no leaks, and obviously your rear axles are here, and all that looks nice and original. The exhaust does look newer, which obviously has been replaced at some point, like on most of these cars. And here, when it comes to these not a quarter panels, but the rocker panels on the inside and the floorboards, it's all nicely protected, but nothing really looks like it's been welded. It all looks fairly original. The car rests on its lifting points. Trying to figure out what that is. Okay, that's that little screw that goes in here. So that was also replaced. So what's been removed is the squares have been removed, which there should be here and there, and that doesn't surprise me, because that's the first thing that rusts off, and most people don't put them back. So same here, this was not replaced, it was just removed, and the floor was fixed. So that's really what this car looked like. And again, you can see a lot of coatings, but based on the shape of the floorboards and the shape of these panels, it doesn't look like anything's been replaced or welded. Maybe with just an exception of these squares that are usually right here. As far as the engine and the mechanicals, you can see there are some new parts. There's a new stabilizer link on both sides. Also looks like this oil pan, it was replaced. The engine, by the way, runs very nicely on this. AC also blows cold. Tires are new, and it does have these BBS knockoff wheels. These are not original BBS, these are aftermarket. As I lower the car, I also kind of want to show you what it looks like in the wheel wells. And after that, I'll do a walk around. But the entire car was painted at the same time. And if you look at it, I mean, it's probably the nicest one we've had as far as the quality of the paint. Of course, not counting some of the original cars that we've gotten from Japan years ago. So if you look at it all in here, it's been nicely coated and rust protected, so it all looks very, very good. And the front looks the same. I mean, whoever did it, they took their time. The car was in the shop, I think, for about 4 or 6 months, and I imagine the guy probably had other projects, but the way he did this, I mean, again, if we were to get this car repaint like this here in the United States, this would have been a $6,000–7,000 paint work, if not more than that, because it is absolutely amazing, and I don't know how much of it you can see in a video, but I will also take another video that will be a walk around.